The church that wasn't safe, Charleston church shooting. On June 17, 2015, a young man walked into Emmanuel AME Church in Charleston, South Carolina. He didn't act suspiciously. He sat with the congregation during Bible study for nearly an hour, talking and praying alongside them. Then, without warning, he opened fire, killing 9 black worshippers. Why would someone attack people during a peaceful Bible study? Investigators discovered journals and online posts showing he believed in white supremacy and wanted to start a race war. The shooter, Dylan Roof, was later convicted and sentenced. A normal shopping trip became a tragedy, Buffalo supermarket shooting. In May 2022, families were shopping for groceries at a supermarket in Buffalo, New York. Everything appeared normal. Then an armed man entered the store and began shooting. 10 innocent people were killed. The mystery deepened when police learned the attacker had driven hundreds of kilometers to reach that exact supermarket. Why there? Investigators found that he deliberately chose the location because it served a predominantly black community. Authorities described it as a racially motivated hate crime. The jog that turned into a nightmare, Ahmaud Arbery. It was February 23, 2020. 25-year-old Ahmaud Arbery left his house in Georgia for an afternoon jog. It seemed like any other day. But suddenly, a pickup truck began following him. Then another vehicle joined in. The strangers blocked his path, and moments later, Arbery was fatally shot. The biggest question was, why would anyone chase an unarmed jogger? For weeks, there were no arrests. Then a cell phone video of the incident surfaced online. The footage shocked millions around the world. Investigators later concluded that the attackers had wrongly assumed Arbery was a criminal and pursued him. They were eventually convicted of murder, and federal prosecutors also secured hate crime convictions. The teenager with a dream, Stephen Lawrence. Stephen Lawrence was only 18 years old. He dreamed of becoming an architect. One evening in 1993, while waiting for a bus in London, he was attacked by a group of strangers. He never made it home. At first, many people believed justice would come quickly. It didn't. The investigation faced years of criticism, and the case became one of Britain's biggest examples of institutional failures in handling racist crimes. Eventually, 2 of the attackers were convicted, and the case changed policing in the UK forever. Terror in the night, the Ku Klux Klan. For decades after the American Civil War, many black families lived in constant fear. Late at night, groups wearing white robes and hoods would appear without warning. Homes were burned, communities were terrorized, people were murdered simply because they were black or because they supported equal rights. These attacks were carried out by members of the Ku Klux Klan, one of the most infamous hate groups in history. Their campaign of racial terror lasted for generations and left a lasting scar on American history. The killer who chose victims by race, Joseph Paul Franklin. During the 1970s and early 1980s, police across the United States struggled to solve a series of seemingly unrelated murders. The victims had one thing in common. Many were black, and others were in interracial relationships. Who was behind these killings? The answer was Joseph Paul Franklin, a white supremacist who admitted that he specifically targeted people because of race. His crime spread fear across multiple states before he was captured and eventually executed.